Let me be real with you for a second. You are tired, not just physically tired, but that deep down soul-level exhausted kind of tired that comes from trading every single hour of your life for a paycheck that barely covers your bills. You wake up Monday dreading the week ahead. You go to sleep Sunday with that knot in your stomach. And somewhere in the back of your mind you keep thinking there has to be another way. There just has to be. And here is the thing. There is. But before we go any further, I want you to understand something important. What I am about to share with you is not magic. It is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It is not something you stumble across and suddenly your bank account explodes overnight. What it is a real proven framework that people from all different backgrounds, all different situations, have used to quietly build income that flows in whether they are working, sleeping, or spending a Saturday afternoon doing absolutely nothing. Now I know what you might be thinking. You might be thinking, this is not for someone like me. Maybe you do not have a business background. Maybe you feel like everyone else already figured this out and you are just late to the party. Maybe you have tried things before and they did not work, and now you carry that skepticism around with you like a backpack full of bricks. I hear you. I genuinely do. And I want you to stay with me because what I am about to walk you through is designed specifically for that person. The person who feels behind. The person who feels overlooked. The person who is quietly hoping that this time, something will actually click. Also, just so you know, we have related programs linked down below in the video description. People who have been exactly where you are right now have used them to completely shift how they earn. If you are serious about this, I would not wait. Opportunities like this do not sit around forever. Most people will scroll past it and then wonder 6 months from now why nothing changed. Do not be most people. Now let us get into it. Passive income, at its core, is money that comes in without you actively working for every single dollar. It sounds simple because it is simple in concept. The hard part for most people is not understanding what it is. The hard part is believing it is actually possible for them. And that belief problem, that is what we are going to fix today. Let us start with something called digital products. Think about something you know, anything, a skill, a process, a system, something you do that other people struggle with. Now imagine writing that down in a simple guide, turning it into a PDF, and uploading it to a platform where people can discover it and buy it. You make it once, you sell it infinitely. You go on vacation, the guide sells. You sleep in on a Saturday, the guide sells. You have dinner with people you love, the guide sells. This is not theory. People who started with nothing more than a Google Doc and a clear explanation of something useful have built income streams that run entirely on autopilot. Here is where most people stop themselves. They say, who would buy something from me? I am not an expert. And that is the disqualification talking. You do not need a fancy degree. You do not need 1 million followers. You need to be one step ahead of someone who needs what you know. That is it. One step. Now let us talk about affiliate marketing, because this one genuinely changes the game. The idea is straightforward. You recommend products or services that already exist. Someone clicks your link and buys. You earn a commission. You never handle inventory. You never deal with customer service. You never ship anything. The infrastructure is already built. You just send people to it and collect a percentage. The reason this works so powerfully for beginners is that the cost of entry is almost zero. You can start with a simple blog post, a short video, or even just a well-placed recommendation in the right online space. People who understood this early and took action built income streams that compound over time. A post written once can drive traffic and commissions for years. Think about that. You spend 3 hours on something and it generates income for the next 3 years. That is the kind of leverage that completely changes how you see your time. And speaking of time, let us talk about what this is really about. Because passive income is not really about money in the abstract. It is about time. It is about what happens when you stop selling every hour of your life for a fixed number. It is about what it feels like to wake up and check your phone and see that something came in overnight. That feeling is not just satisfying, it is deeply meaningful because it means your time is yours again. Let us talk about print on demand because this one surprises people. You design something simple, a phrase, a graphic, a concept that resonates with a specific group of people. You upload it to a platform. When someone orders a shirt or a mug or a phone case, the platform handles production, shipping, everything. You earn a margin. You never see the product, you never touch it. The model works around the clock without you needing to be present for any of it. Now people hear this and think they need to be a professional designer. They do not. The most successful designs are often the simplest ones. A few words. A clean layout. Something that speaks directly to a group of people who feel seen by what is written on it. This is something anyone can try with free tools that already exist. Let us shift to something called content monetization, because this is where things get particularly powerful for people who are willing to be consistent. Content, whether it is written, recorded, or visual, has the ability to work for you long after you create it. Search engines index it. Platforms recommend it. People share it. And when you build even a modest following around a topic you genuinely care about, monetization opportunities follow naturally. Ad revenue, sponsorships, affiliate links, digital product sales, they all compound on top of each other. The people who laugh at content creators today are the same people who will be watching them in 5 years wishing they had started. The barrier to entry has never been lower. The tools are free. The platforms are free. The only real cost is time and consistency. Here is the emotional truth that I want you to sit with for a moment. Every single day that you spend only trading time for money is a day that you are not building anything that works for you when you are not there. The math on that is brutal over years and decades. But the reverse is also true. Every single day that you spend building even one passive income stream, no matter how small, is a day that you are stacking something. You are building an asset, and assets accumulate. They grow. They quietly do their work in the background of your life. The people who understood this early are not special. They are not smarter than you. They did not have some secret that you were left out of. They just started. They chose discomfort over comfort in the short term because they could see what it meant for the long term. And now they have options. Options in how they spend their days. Options in the decisions they make. Options in what they say yes to and what they say no to. That is what this is really about. Not a number in an account, but freedom of choice. And here is what I want to leave you with. The single biggest mistake you can make right now is walking away from this with a head full of good information and doing absolutely nothing with it. Information without action is just entertainment. And you did not come here to be entertained. You came here because something in you is ready to change. The programs we have linked in the description below are there for the person who is done waiting for the right moment. Honestly, if you are looking for a reason not to take action, you will always find one. But if you are looking for the reason to finally start, this is it. Right now. Not next week. Not when things settle down. Now. Because the cost of waiting is not nothing. The cost of waiting is everything you could have already built. Go check it out. The link is right there.